something about motor imagery and body schema. That body schema don't mean exactly body representation for the patient. Because maybe that if you check a patient and you ask the patient, what is this one? This is my hand. What is this one? This is my elbow. You have one or two places where you have the perception of that. Maybe that you have right answer from the patient, but in the same time, maybe that the posture and the ability of the patient to try to plan to do something change completely how he is able to use the body. Then maybe that this is one of the main problems when we perform exercise and then at the end we have outcome measure able to demonstrate that the patient increased function, but if you ask the patient, but you are using more than before your upper limb or not, the patient a lot of times say, no, I am using exactly like 2 months ago. Then is the differentiation in terms of outcome between clinical evaluation and the behavior of the patient too. And when we discuss about the ability of the patient to perceive the movement, means that the patient has to perceive the ability to produce the movement, but in the same time, the somatosensory stimulation due to the ability to touch something is very important to maintain body representation. And sometimes, when you discuss with patients with upper motor neuron lesion after stroke, traumatic brain injury, and so on, about the ability to have a representation of the upper limb, you have a lot of surprise. Because look this one. I visited this young lady some months ago in Cairo. Is a lady without the hand, without the upper limb. Then this lady, when I tried to check if she was able to define the hand, elbow, shoulder, was perfect. Able to do this because the body representation is completely different from the body that you have. Then absolutely able with a picture to define a normal body without any experience to use the hand. But when I ask, what is this? This is my first digit. It's okay? But if I ask to a very young lady after a stroke at basal ganglia level to represent the body, this one is the body representation of this young lady with the left hemiparesis. Very small, no detail, no hand. Or, this is another one, with the left hemiparesis after stroke, very young, 40 years old. Look, the proportion of the right one and the left one means that if you use exactly the typical approach to try to move, to mobilize it, to maintain the position, and you don't have any possibility to try to mix body perception, body imagination, body schema, and motor execution, maybe that you have a lot of problem to restore activity in patient like this. And this is exactly the same patient. Look, this is July and this is October. Rebalance the situation. Or again, this is another patient with another left hemiparesis, no hand. This is a test. The name is draw house, tree, and person. This one is a stroke patient, but with a perfect ability to represent the body. then maybe that we would have to use strength, outcome, maybe that we have to use sensation, maybe that we have Fulmeyer, Wolf test, and so on. But if we don't have any idea about the body representation, it may be very difficult to define why we reach or we don't reach the results. This is the body representation of a right stroke patient.